One of my good friends and clients, Jaden, flew out 5 hours and spent thousands of dollars to come and see me and spend 4 days together so we can skyrocket his business. We're in the beautiful city of Kuala Lumpur, and today we're going to break down the exact steps that he's going to take to scale his coaching business from $500 a month to over $50,000 a month in the next 3 months.
You don't move with enough intention. You don't ask for enough help. You don't communicate enough. You're not paying attention to little details. You're not obsessed. Why the fuck are you not obsessed?
He paid a good amount of money to get access to me and the strategies that I've learned over the past few years, and today I want to give that to you for free.
The way that you carry yourself in your personal life is the reason why you're stuck at 10K. I was in the gym. I was wanting to see, okay, would Jaden actually come in and we could get this done before we go swim? You didn't do it. What would a 50K month business owner do? This is not what you're doing right now.
We go through everything, so take your notepad out and get ready to take notes.
All right, guys, I'm here with my good friend and client, Jaden.
What's up?
And the goal of this sit down is for me to just get you to understand, okay, this is what I do in your situation. This is how you stand out in the market, and this is how you solve every single problem you're facing right now, because I've done it for guys like Cruz, Josh, and so many different fitness coaches, and it's just a repeatable process over and over again. Not just for fitness space, but for online coaches in general, so we're gonna rip it, all right?
For sure.
The problem that you're facing right now is that the content that you've been posting the last few months hasn't been as intentional as I want it to be. And you have to be hypercritical of your content and everything and understand that, okay, if I have 160,000 followers and I have an appointment center in my DMs and we're only booking 4 qualified calls a month, it's actually a content issue. And I'm going to break it down as to you why. You are getting a ridiculous amount of engagement and people are just liking you and everything, but these guys just don't know who you are. They don't know why they should trust you as a coach. And you look like every other online fitness coach out there. You have to understand the whole idea of personal branding. You're building a personal brand, not a value brand, and you want to get people to come into your world and understand why people choose Jaden. The question now becomes, okay, how do we attract that more qualified audience? And the way that you attract that qualified audience is you find specific pain points that only the qualified audience struggles with. Your angle is that you were a skinny guy before, and you were bouncing a lot of shit, you didn't have a lot of time, and you got in shape, right? So that's the person you sell to. It's your past self. And the moment that you can sell to your past self, like, everything just becomes easier. So I'd say your A+ problem, honestly, the messaging in your content and pinpointing the exact pain points that only your qualified ICP faces. So let's break it down, right? The qualified ICP, I mean, if you're busy, you're probably working a job and shit, right? So busy is probably one of the biggest pain points. I don't have enough time.
I don't have enough energy.
I don't have enough energy.
Calls every day or work every day. At the end of the day, you're just drained. When it comes to nutrition, I don't know what to eat. I don't have time to cook. I'm constantly eating out, ordering. These are busy people. They don't have extra time to do this research on their own.
Okay, so off of these 4 things you gave me, I can tell you that your content has just not been targeting this. It hasn't, you know, like if I look at your content right now, if you have to understand the nature of being skinny to jacked, you're naturally going to target teenagers, naturally, because teenagers are skinny. I mean, all of us growing up, I mean, me, you, everyone here was skinny, right? But a skinny teenager won't relate to having no time or a lack of energy because all they do is just fuck around all day, you know what I mean? They have too much time. So that's the main thing. Off of these 4 points alone, you can create different content pieces around that. And the best content pieces that are proven to work over and over again are the content pieces that solve objections, right? You ever hop on a call and you don't even have to sell? The guy is just so fucking bought into you. You've had those calls before, right? Yeah. And I want you to have that I don't want you to sell on your calls. If you're having to deal with objections, you're not pre-sold and you're making business harder for yourself. So what I would do is I pinpoint these 4 problems in your content. Let's say busy, I don't have enough time. It could be a 15-minute workout to train your aesthetics. That can be an example right there, right? Because why do business owners want to get in shape? They want to look better. They don't give a fuck about how much they bench. They don't care, but they will train for aesthetics. So a 15-minute workout at home, body weight, boom. Maybe giving that step by step, right? That's a content idea right there. Lack of energy. Maybe it's just the hack that you did. I used to feel like this, blah, blah, blah. So maybe telling a personal story about feeling tired and then your solution. So maybe your solution was just doing it first thing in the morning. As soon as you woke up, 15-minute timer, boom, do this 15-minute workout. There you go. Takeout, right? If people don't have enough time, you can actually create a system where people can find different ways to eat outside and everything. And so you could find the most popular chains in the US and you can be like, okay, here is my go-to Chipotle order when I'm on a time crunch and I want to fit my calories. This is 60 grams of protein. It's only $15. It's only 300 calories and yada, 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 right? And now you're targeting that demographic and people are saving your shit. And you're targeting a busy demographic because, I mean, a broke college student, a broke high school student won't want to eat Chipotle for $24. So maybe it's choosing those little things, right? So takeout spots. And instead of just doing takeout spots anywhere, it could be in more premium restaurants. I want you to change your perspective because your views don't fucking matter and your follower count doesn't matter. And this is going to be the hardest shift for you, but you have to get out of your own mindset because when I made that 150K month, you had 6x my followers. You had 6x my following, which you're doing 10K a month. There's a problem because you associate success with the amount of followers you gain and the likes you get and the views you get. I associate success with the amount of cash that I make and the amount of sales I make and the amount of qualified inbounds I get. So even if you get a reel that has 150 likes, doesn't fucking matter. Who cares? You know, you're attracting a more like a qualified ICP, and you're naturally going to get lesser views because you're targeting a smaller segment instead of mass market. You've been trying to target everybody. Skinny to Jack, that's like 80% of the population, bro. You know? Now it's Skinny to Jack business owner edition, and your views are going to go down, but that's okay. Okay? So that's that. Your messaging, your content is probably your biggest problem right now. And if you can pinpoint exactly these pain points, which we already did, which is the busy, lack of energy, takeout, tracking macros, you can come up with a ton of different ideas like the takeout spots in more premium restaurants and everything. Talk about that and take it from there. Okay? Make sense?
Yep.
What's your posting frequency?
Right now, it's hovering around 4 to 5.
4 to 5. Okay. And then on YouTube?
I try to do once every 1 week. It's been closer to one every 2 weeks.
Why?
Bro, scripting on YouTube is tough, right?
Yeah.
1, it takes more effort. 2, I've just been so good at making short form content and getting that to go viral that I just didn't really see a necessity to post something.
Okay. Well, if you have 160,000 people following you and you redirect all of that traffic to a YouTube video where you talk for 20 minutes, how much more trust would you build with that audience?
Ton.
Right?
Yeah.
And so your A+ problem is not getting more fucking views on Instagram. It's getting more views on YouTube. Because you lack that trust. You already have a top of funnel. A funnel is split up into 3 things. Top of funnel, middle funnel, and bottom of funnel. You're already good at bottom of funnel and top of funnel. You're a fucking amazing at top of funnel. Why are we trying to double down on something that we're good at? You know, we always lean towards what we're good at, which is not the problem. But at the same time, if you solve this middle funnel problem, you're going to rip 50K so easily. So stop doing what is easy and do what you just got to fucking do. More short form content will generate more views and will generate more sales. Correct?
Right.
But longer form YouTube videos where you're breaking down beliefs, and you're talking about your story, and you're giving them advice, and you're sharing your life story and everything, that's going to build trust that no amount of short form content can build. Right. The problem is the nurturing, and that's what you do with YouTube, and that's what you've been slacking on. An easy content idea could be healthy takeout alternatives, and just having a 10-minute video where you go to different spots in the US, you go to Chipotle, and you give them this order, and you just taste test and shit. Easy fucking video. You get people to like you, you provide value, boom, 2 birds with 1 stone. You know what I mean? I would say the message of your content is your A+ problem, but then also your YouTube and your middle funnel. That's fucking huge. It's fucking huge. And you don't understand it, but that's the main problem that you have. I don't know why you're only doing once every 2 weeks.
Once every 5 days?
I would do once every 5 days. Yeah. So you squeeze in an extra 2 videos a month. That's what we're doing. And it's working very well for us. I mean, you look at the videos we're pumping out, we're doing extremely well. And part of it is because I put more emphasis on YouTube. And you have to understand the sophistication of buyer on different platforms. Right. Have you ever went on Instagram to try and learn something? Why not?
Short form doesn't help that much.
Right? 60-second videos, scroll. We're just kind of trying to be entertained. How about YouTube?
Always.
You always go on there to learn some shit. Let's say you want to learn this thing, you search it up. How do you make a BSL? And then you sit down and you watch a video. You have your notes on your side, and then you watch it. Right?
Right.
You're attracting 2 different people. But the nature of Instagram is you're naturally going to attract a less qualified audience compared to YouTube. Because YouTube, you don't have that brain rot, monkey dopamine brain,
right,
where they have to be entertained and they have to be held retention and shit. Your middle funnel is the main issue, right? Your middle funnel is the main issue. I'll tell you what I do on a day-to-day basis. I post stories. I focus on YouTube videos. I manage my team. That's all I do.
I've been with him for the past, 48 hours now. Bro, all bro does is just chill with us. Like, we're at the pool right now. You spend 3 hours at the pool already doing absolutely nothing. Just like handing Domi stories and then just taking aesthetic pictures.
Taking pictures. I had a back workout, so...
You did not.
I did, bro. I actually did. But I hit a back workout and shit. But the whole point I'm trying to say is I'm not saying that, be lazy and don't do any fucking work. I'm saying that you have to work on more leverage activities, right? And we could argue that you work the same amount, if not more. But I'm making 15 times.
Yeah.
And when I say that, I want you to be pissed off because Why the fuck am I making 15 times? We have the same background, we have the same story, we have the same everything, but I'm making 15 times you, and that should piss you off because you're not working on the right things. You know, you're working on your meme coins and shit and all that instead of just dialing in on one vehicle that could take you to 50K a month.
For sure. Yeah.
And it's all about focus and everything. So the middle funnel, right? How do you build trust with your buyer? First of all, YouTube videos. That's once every 5 days. That's the cadence that I found at WorkFest. And stories every single day. I can't tell you how important this is because my business just purely relies on stories. I mean, you saw over there, I cooked up 15 drafts, story drafts in 30 minutes. And now I have my story sequences laid out for the week. And they're intentional. They build trust. They handle objections. They do everything. They build credibility. They show credibility and all this type of shit. And so with your stories right now, it's not intentional. You kind of just doing it for the sake of doing it, but there's no intention behind it. And that's the problem. You don't move with enough intent and you don't pay enough attention and detail to the little things, right? I think if you figured out exactly how to get good at stories, it's going to change everything. So I'll tell you this. My stories come down to 4 buckets, right? Client results, my personal life, my own results, and breaking limiting beliefs. These 4. And every single day, you want to cover at least one of these 4. And in a week, you cover these 4 twice, basically. If you're showing up on their feed every single day, why would they not work with you? Because the first thing you do when you open up Instagram, what do?
Stories.
Click on stories. You never scroll first. Think about it. You never scroll first. You never check on the explore page. You always click stories first. And you're like, oh, what's everyone up to? Let me click this. Let me see what Jaden's at. What Jaden's doing and everything. And so those 4 buckets of client results, personal results, breaking limiting beliefs, personal lifestyle, you know? I mean, you being able to take up your shirt and just tan here and, you know, all that stuff, like, that's what people want. You don't realize it, but that's what people want. You watch the YouTube videos, but I can tell that your speed of implementation or your, like, the way that you execute is not on par. It really isn't. I was watching this video the other day, and I want to really get you to understand this. I was watching a YouTube video of one of my competitors. He mentioned that he's doing a certain type of ads. Within 24 hours, I created 10 different drafts of that type of ad, and I launched those ads in 24 hours. Money loves fucking speed, and you don't move with enough speed, and that's why you're stuck at this point. You know, I think a lot of people would say that you've already had a successful transformation. Technically, you're already a successful client. You made a huge ROI on the investment, and you have 20x of business. So I don't think you're anywhere near your success that you can be capable of. You're nowhere fucking near, man. I mean, nowhere near. And it's because you lack urgency. And if you get good at YouTube videos and stories, I promise you everything will change. Everything. And you got clear in your messaging and who you're targeting and everything, it's going to be game over, right? I never had a video hit more than 3K views with my first 30 videos. But that was me just testing and seeing what I enjoyed and seeing what worked. And eventually I came across 2 different formats. Miro board value breakdown videos and the vlogs. So I show people on who I am as a person and why you want to work with me and only me. And then also I show you on my expertise. And I double down on both of them, and I built a content team around me that understands why people choose me. So again, it's the competence of your team. You can only do so much as a founder. It's the team around you. And so you have to ask yourself, is your editor competent? Does your editor understand why Jaden is Jaden? Does your editor understand why your clients choose to work with you instead of everyone else? Can they amplify your character and show aspects that your potential clients want to see? Because if they can't, they're not an editor. They're dragging you down. They're an anchor, you know? And so it comes down to the competence of your team members, and you have enough following, people look up to you so that you can actually post a story and look for a creative director that is actually competent. So that's the first thing, having a team around you, and then doubling down on the content formats that have worked, right? I'm assuming for you it's talking head and then also kind of lifestyle as well.
Yeah, definitely want to get into like more vlogs and shit.
Yeah, there you go. Those 2. And it just takes time, honestly. There's no magic pill. There's no magic advice. It's just a bunch of reps and then capable team members in place.
Yeah. Last question.
Yeah.
You talk a lot about having intention in your story, intentional. And like probably everyone knows you probably have the best story sequences in the game, right?
Yeah.
How do you actually go about it? Like what's your framework of like going into posting client results, your own stuff? Like how do you figure out how to be intentional in a way that other people fuck with you? Like
stories in itself, you have to be extremely transparent and extremely authentic and extremely vulnerable. Even when shit doesn't go your way, talk about it. Even when good shit goes your way, talk about it. It is not a highlight reel similar to Reels or YouTube videos where you choose and edit what you want people to see. So let them see what they're supposed to see, so that maybe the struggles are you missing a workout and you not eating clean, you know, or some shit like that where Jaden is being Jaden, right? I have no intention to sell my stories. I have an intention for you to like me as a person and believe in my competence, right? My goals in my stories is not to sell. It's to get you to like me as a person and get you to understand that I am fucking good at what I do. Those two things. And so with everything in marketing, you have to understand what is your North Star goal. The reason why you're confused is because you have no North Star, because you're trying to sell with stories when that's impossible. You don't sell with stories. You sell people on yourself first, you sell people on your expertise, and then the YouTube does the selling. That's what happens. And so it's also a shit ton of insights, right? I spend majority of my day thinking, collecting insights, learning information, and managing the team. I'm not stuck in the day-to-day operation. I am more focused on getting better at my craft and understanding how to do what I'm doing better at scale, and just getting information from different people and what's working in this market, right? And I analyze different competitors and I see what's going well for them. Okay, how can I contribute this into my shit? So the same way that you probably did that with Reels is stories as well. Don't overcomplicate it, you know? Take inspiration from me. Maybe you like the fact that I don't make, like when I post a client result, it's not boring. You know why? Because when it's just a client result and I say, Jaden hit a 10K a month, who gives a shit? Why does my client care? Why does my audience care about my client hitting a 10K a month? They don't give a fuck. But if I say, oh, Jaden hit a 10K a month, the first thing we did was we changed the pricing. And if you're charging anywhere below $3,000, you are losing out on tens of thousands of dollars that you could possibly do. I turn a client result into a value-based piece of content that benefits the viewer. And so it's tapping into the market research. You don't understand your ICP enough, which is why you're running in circles. And when you don't have enough intention and you don't have enough data, you're never going to win. You're just going to be a hamster running on your reel over and over and over again, right? So the biggest actionable item that I can give you is being clear in your ICP and then having more intention with your North Star goal and understanding what is the goal of each platform: stories, Reels, and YouTube. What is the goal for each one? You know, Reels is to get, you know, obviously the top of funnel content. Stories is to get that trust, you know, and to get them to like you as a person and believe in your expertise. And then YouTube is to sell them. That's how it is. Make sense?
Yeah. I've done the ICP research, market research previously, but it was usually with people under 18. So
yeah, that's exactly why. That's exactly why.
So when it comes to like actually finding people in my audience, I post a story.
You post a story and you specify who it is. Busy professionals, ideally making 6 figures a year. I want to give a free consultation, blah, blah, blah. And free meal plan. You get a top 30-minute one-on-one call with me. DM me.
See.
Boom.
Yeah.
Easy, right? Bro, we just solved your biggest problem right now. It was a targeting fucking issue.
Yeah.
It was a pure targeting issue. And you didn't realize that until now. So once we fix that, we'll be good to go. And yeah, how you carry yourself on a day-to-day basis, it shows up in your business, it shows up in your revenue. I can tell you right now, from the last 48 hours, the way that you carry yourself in your personal life is the reason why you're stuck at 10K. You're not a 50K a month business owner yet because you don't have the habits of a 50K a month business owner, you know? And it's the whole idea of believing it in your head and then it turning it into a reality. It has to happen here. And the universe will feel like, oh, Jaden is capable and is worthy of a 30, 50K a month business. Let me give it to him. Right now, you're a 10K a month business owner. That's because you operate like one. You don't move with enough intention. You don't ask for enough help. You don't communicate enough. You're not paying attention to little details. You're not obsessed. Why the fuck are you not obsessed? I love doing this shit because I love bringing it up and I love pointing out your flaws so that you can improve on it. I pointed out that we could film a YouTube video of us doing a client workout. Yesterday, you remember? I was in the gym just now. I was in the gym and I was waiting. I was wanting to see, okay, would Jaden actually come in and shoot this video because we have 15 to 20 minutes. We could get this done before we go swim. You didn't do it. And I was there alone. There was no one else. It was perfect. It's fucking perfect, but you didn't do it. You went and went swim. You did your own tan shit and everything. It's that little fucking detail that I pay attention to. You know what I mean? And you have to ask yourself, like, why do I want it? Because you're already making good money. You're already making good money, but you have to have a higher reason. You have to move with more intention. All right?
For sure.
I think the biggest thing for you is not even the strategy. It's how you carry yourself as a business owner. And asking yourself, would 50K a month business owner offer like this or no? What would a 50K a month business owner do? This is not what you're doing right now. You know what I mean? And it's not a shot at you. It's just, it's like tough love. I want you to get better. I want you to see your flaws for what it is. That little detail, you know, it's like, you just improve on it. All right? Beautiful. But you see where I'm coming from, though? Like, what do you think?
No, I get there for sure. We'll make it happen.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Beautiful. Don't take it personal, bro.
Nah.
I always say that. Bro. I always say that at the end.
Calling out my flaws like that, only you do it. Bro, only you do it.
But that's what gives you the most, bro. Don't you think?
True, yeah.
Because no one else is gonna, like, everyone else is gonna suck up to you because you're doing so fucking well. Only I'm gonna call you out because I want the best for you.
Right.
I'm not gonna tell you what you want to hear. I'm gonna tell you what you need to hear, and that's what will get you the result. It's always the grilling sessions like this where I tell you to your fucking face what's wrong with you and what you need to fix. You fix it, and then boom, the growth happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's always what happens. Fix the internal stuff and how you operate. You'll find out how much easier it is to fix the micro level strategies like the stories, the YouTube, and everything. You know, so much easier. Because now you're operating in a different level. Okay.
Got it. Yeah.
Beautiful. Great video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Check out Jaden. Where can they find you, bro?
On Instagram, YouTube, JAYD0NHE.
Yeah, man.
Is it recording?
Yeah, just on it. SROs. Put that in.
Andrew, leave that out. Yeah, actually BT.
You guys put that in.